Now you're moving towards writing your first program. So you should know how to write and run your Python program. So let's see how we can write a Python program and run it. So first of all, we need Python interpreter, which means the actual Python. If Python is installed, of course, it means that Python interpreter is installed on your computer. Okay? So there are two ways of writing Python program. The first way is interactive session, open terminal, then write Python or Python 3, however it is configured on your computer. Okay? So once you do it, you will be taken into another like an interface where you see these three arrows appearing on your screen. It means that you are in Python interactive shell. Let me do it again here. Okay, so we are here. So Python, I would just write Python and hit enter. You see I am now in a different environment which appears like this, these three arrows. It means that whatever instruction you write, it is supposed to be a Python instruction. Okay? So here, it is clearly visible from the back. Okay, maybe let me enlarge it a bit. Okay, so I can write any instruction. Let's say I write print and in quotes hello. Okay, and when I hit enter, it immediately executed. So whatever you write in this interactive shell, whenever you write an instruction, it will execute immediately. Okay, it will not wait for you to write entire program and execute it. So let's write some other instructions. Let's say hours equals 10, wages equal maybe 20, and let's say weeks equal 15, and calculate the salary equals hours times wages times weeks. Okay, when I hit enter, it will calculate it automatically, and then I can print salary, sorry, not here, salary. Again, there might be many things you might be confused in. I will be answering you, but what we are trying to do right now is just to see how we can write and run Python programs. So when you hit print salary, it will immediately throw off the value stored in this salary thing. Okay? Now I want to demonstrate one important thing which is important for you from knowledge perspective and from exam perspective as well. Okay, so you can see that I have written some programs. I can click on upper arrow to see what instruction I have executed in past. Okay, I can write even again hours, and it will give me the value stored in hours. I can write wages, it will give me the value stored in wages. Okay, now let's try coming out of this interactive shell by writing exit, open and closing braces, and hit enter. And it will take me out of this interactive shell, and I'm back to the same place again where I was when I started off the terminal. Okay, now when I came out of this interactive shell, and if I try going back it again, and if I try writing print salary again, you see it throw off an error. It says that name salary is not defined. Why? I already have defined it up here, but it was in the previous session, which means that when I exit or when I close the terminal, it erases everything whatever I did in past. Okay, it erases everything from the memory, whatever instructions I executed in the previous interactive shell. And when I revoke the new shell again, I will not be able to access whatever I have defined before. Which means that here in this example, there are only a couple of lines of code. It could be like 500 or 1,000 lines of code. Okay? And if you close the terminal, you lose everything. Which means that this is not the right way of developing computer and Python programs. You can use this way, you can use this approach to immediately test any instruction you want to test. So for example, you want to see what would be an output of 2 to the power 5. So you can just invoke the interactive shell and execute 2 to the power 5 and see how it responded. Okay? Whenever you need to write a program or share it with your colleague, you need to store it in a file separately so that you can share it later on or retrieve the code later on. Okay, so let's go back. So, and often you might see this percentage sign. It is just a terminal prompt in my Mac. Your Mac may have a different prompt. It may be a $sign, or Windows may have a different thing. You do not need to worry about it. All it says that you are supposed to be writing any instruction beyond this terminal prompt. Okay. So second way of writing Python program is running scripts, writing Python program in a file. Just like when you create a Word document, the document is saved with an extension .doc or Excel document .xls or XLSX. Similarly, Python document is should be stored with .py extension, so that computer should be able to identify that it's a Python file. Okay, and in order to run that file, this file may contain only one line of code or maybe thousands of lines of code. So when you have to run it, you write Python or Python 3, however it is configured on your system, and you run it, and it will execute the code and produce the output wherever it is supposed to be. If there is no error, it will just execute the code and produce the output. Okay? Any question here? So again, the first approach of writing program is just for testing immediately, if you want to test anything out. It should not be used for writing or developing large programs. Okay, so what is the right way of doing it is the running scripts. So now